Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Today we have another submission from OilerCannonball. Today he's in his VK3001D. He is on Fjords in a standard battle in a Tier 7, Tier 6 game. So 3001D, I have this tank. I enjoy it. It's a fun little medium. Fjords is a map of the aggressive team generally can win the battle, all right? And by aggressive, I mean that the team that generally takes this knoll here and can hold it can generally win the battle. The team that can push up this hill and take out anybody up here, that's another control. And the team that can control this area. This road here, is good for getting some shots and people moving across the foxtrot line trying to get up here. But you got to worry about TDs back here on this bush. General meta is that maybe a medium or two or a TD will post up over here. These belong to the heavies generally, and the mediums and lights will move in through here and around this area and up the hill. So in watching this video before starting the replay here, I noticed that you seem to have some issues trying to decide where you're going. So we'll get the video going, and you're a little late to the party, not sure which way you want to go, and so you start heading off with all your mediums, which is that's a large contingent heading over there, but that's nothing wrong with that. This is a fairly sprightly tank. It's got good view range, pretty good mobility, not a bad gun. I think it's a what is that, a 75 millimeter, 135 with 150 penetration. You don't want to take it with the heavies, where the heavies go. It doesn't have the armor, but it's got, like I said, it's got pretty good view range, a fairly good gun, and I enjoy it. But I tend to play it more as a heavy light type of tank. So anyway, you finally decide, okay, I'm going to head back and take the crossroad here, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think personally, I would have gone and maybe where the Type 58 is at and played this area down here, and maybe gotten up in these bushes and that. You're more open to shots, but you're going to get better view range, and you're so strong. You're looking through the zoom and sniper mode for tanks that are on the other side of that hill. All right, and the only reason I say it is I assume you were slowing down, thinking, okay, maybe I can get a shot on the 44. No, how about the E2? No, he's behind that curve. All right, so you're moving in slowly, and that's fine. Looking, there's a Thunderbolt, and you're not going to get a penetration through his frontal plate because he's got that extra armor. So that's what makes the Thunderbolt such a tough tank. Now, side shots, you can get shots on him all day, but paying attention to what he's doing, you can see that he's obviously moving to the left, right? Yet you're still behind the rock. I think I would have crept out a little bit more and tried to follow him, like you do. There you go. And maybe plan my shot a little bit better. Alright, well, Artie obviously knows where you're at, and even though you're up against this rock, you can still be splashed and hit by Artie, so Type 59 is calling for you to fall back, and I think he's got a good idea. Now, if we look at what's going on, we can see that your team is moving up the hill over on the Bravo line, Bravo 7. Your heavies are pushing through on the 5 line. And so, you guys seem to be controlling the Echo 4-5 area. So, I think at this point, I would have pushed hard towards the heavies, maybe, to maybe give them some support. Because when they get down into this little village here, that's when they're going to need the mobility of your tank. You can see that they've pushed through, and now's the time to close in and start dealing the damage. This is the point where you've got to figure out it's time to make a move. You're being cautious. In your 131 video, we saw you being cautious, and in this one, I see you being cautious again. Whereas in the first couple of videos you sent me, you were more aggressive. And the only reason I can say that the only thing that comes to mind of why you're being so cautious is you've been beaten in the head too many times for being overly aggressive, and it's a hard, thin line to decide when's the right time. But I think with the Panther and the ARL 44 pushing in along with the Chromo and the IKV over there where they're at, they could really use your speed and your ability to move in and out of the buildings. So I think I would have pushed. It would have been the time to not necessarily push down this road because you've got TDs and this right here. I would have started headed over here real quick. It's probably about the time the Artie hit me. I would have been paying attention that they weren't running into any resistance over here, and it might have been time to come over here and help them. So. But again, the cautiousness, the indecisiveness. All right, analysis paralysis is what I refer to it as, and that's what you seem to have. You're over analyzing, and that is, do I make this move? Do I make this move? Do I do this? Do I do that? And it's causing you to take chances that you probably shouldn't be taking, and making you late to the party. Okay. So you just took a big hit from a 122.44. All right, I don't know if you have sixth sense on this tank or if that was a blind shot. But remember, when you do get lit, all right, you're lit for 10 seconds. All right, and you're not told you're lit until 3 seconds after you've been noticed anyway. So, so now you guys are heading in with the Type 58, and you are heading in to help the ARL and that. But they're now being surrounded. They needed you 30 seconds ago. They needed your support 30 seconds ago because now the IKV's got to fall back because now there's a huge rush down there in the village. All right, the Cromwell should have pushed in, but I think he's over there trying to help out the Thunderbolt and that on the Bravo line. And your hesitance to get in there is causing your Panther to take damage that he doesn't need to take. Yeah. This is just a classic new person playing the game, not sure what they should be doing. Do I go after the 122 and get behind him? Do I turn around for the SU 100Y? What do I do? Do I move forward? Do I turn left? Do I turn right? Where you came to the party too late because now you and the Type 59 are you're surrounded. All right, you're overextended now. You showed up too late. Take a shot from the SU. Managed to put a shot into him. Type 58 he's backing out. He's like, I can't do it. And there you go. The SU turned around and he got you. Your team was able to pull it out. All right, and you got 12,516 credits, 1,990 in experience. 148 and 0 damage and 265. All right, so if we were to just go by base experience, you were the bottom of the pool. So, and honestly, it's one of those games we've all had them. Trust me, I've been there before. I know exactly what. Just indecision. Where do I go? You need to. Part of getting better in this game is when you hit the map, you need to know what's my plan? I tend to have a plan for every map. I have a general idea of where I'm going to go on every map. Now that may change 10 seconds into the game, and it may change even before we start out of the spawn. But if I hit mines, I have a good idea depending on what I'm driving, where I'm going to go. If I hit Fjords, depending on what I'm driving, where I'm going to go. And those are something that you've just got to work on over time. And that indecision at the beginning of the game and going over there and hiding behind the rocks and taking 2 RD shells and then driving across and getting popped by the 122.44 and not noticing that your team was pushing through the heavy area and that they could have used your support. Since you were over on that side, it was up to you to do it. All right. Had you gone with the other mediums around over towards the hill, that wouldn't have been your problem. But since you were over on that side, you chose to go over there. You needed to support those guys. So just realizing what map you're on, where the meta generally is, and what your tank can do in it, the abilities of your tank are going to help you a lot. So tough game, but it's still a lot of things to learn. So anyway, you made some decent credits and okay on the experience, but all in all, it's a learning tool. That's all it is, just purely a learning tool. A trap that didn't work. I didn't see a trap. You were late to the game. You were late to the battle. You were late springing the trap on that team in the village. So, yeah, just day late and a dollar short. Anyway, that's Oiler Cannonball and his VK3001D on Fjords in a standard battle. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. This is Bonsai Duck out.